Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
On its way from Curry for two. Again, Golden State.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Timeout called, Cleveland. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Livingston, no luck.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Mozgov kicks to Shumpert. Barbosa with the steal. Dishes it to Spates. And stolen by Fry. And stolen by Spates. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And stolen by Spates. The pass to Livingston. Back to Barbosa. Livingston dishes to Green. Livingston kicks to Green. Here's Barbosa, and it's going to be two free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade. And that got them going, I think.
And those midseason trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. The Warriors making a switch here. Azili's checked in. Here's LeBron. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. There's 31 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Fry to halt the run, and he sinks the layup. Fry's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Cavs. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Irving's checked in for James. Here's Fry. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumps. He's a master at it. That's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right on top of the other.
Time to just slow it down, make the simple play, and get a good shot.
Ian Clark's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And the Cavaliers with possession here. 6-point game. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Kept alive.
And the defense not making things easy for them.
Yeah, they're having a hard time getting the ball in the basket, Greg. I mean, and as a result, falling behind here.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Cleveland ball. Ready? All right. Brandon Rush.
That'll be a 5-second call. Here's Livingston. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Warriors ahead. They're up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, he told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot.
And I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this Splash brother to let her rip.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Warriors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. Smith for 3. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. A 3-ball. The Warriors pull it in.
And, you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher, too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands.
Curry's checked in for Ian Clark. The Cavaliers trailing on the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Thompson is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Shumpert in at the 3 spot. Thompson with the bucket.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And one thing about Irving's ball handling, he does a great job of protecting the ball. A very low rate of turnovers for a player as aggressive as he is on the bounce.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Andrew Bogut checked in for Golden State. Draymond Green comes in for Brandon Rush. And Cleveland also making a change. James is checked in. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And it's sent back by Irving. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Now here's Curry. He's got 13.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Irving from long range. And he gets it to go.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
And they take the lead. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And another thing they've done right from the start is converting a lot of those second chance opportunities. Those can be hard to come by sometimes.
Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin. But you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. And it's Barbosa in for Barnes. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Golden State moving it around. Here's Thompson. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Thompson's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
And for Irving, he did come into last year hot. I mean, he won the MVP in international play while with Team USA.
Second shot opportunity. Thompson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, I love how he absorbed the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
Shaun Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State.
And for Kyrie, taking home the MVP and a Team USA tourney like that, it's a huge ego boost. I mean, of all the stars on that team, he shined the brightest, and I think that's going to help his confidence for this year. And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. He didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Alfred Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Irving kicks to James. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates. That'll be a 5-second call.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Thompson outside from the arc. The shot no good. And it's the Cavs.